Alrighty folks, so I went ahead and cleaned up this Harmonic balancer here and cleaned it up, got it painted. It ain't perfect, but you know, it's got a little beating on it there, it looks like. It's definitely been through the ringer. There it is. It's definitely been through the ringer. I mean, it's not perfect, but I bought it like that. And I am going to take some white out, and you can see our marks kind of a little bit on there. And it looks kind of bad right there. But it's hard to see, but they are there. There it is. I'm going to take a little white out, and I'll mark where it's 0, which is kind of the center of the screen there. But terrible video. But I wanted to just show this real quick, just a little update, and got that painted, and that way we'll get the correct clearance, and that should give me the correct clearance that we need, so it won't be so close to my alternator bracket. Now, I stated that, you know, it was chewing into my lower radiator hose, and it definitely was. It definitely was chewing into it. So, not too good there. But I really need to replace these hoses. But I will. Man, it looks kind of rough. But when I put everything back together, hopefully that'll correct a lot of the issues right there. And through here. And that'll eliminate that. And like I always say, everything is bolt on. So if I ever want to go back original, I can clean up the original balancer, and you can actually send them off to have them reworked. They rework them there, and they take them apart. Not quite sure how they do it, but I mean, it's not too hard. They probably just take a puller and just separate the outer ring from the actual balancer, and they go in there and replace just the rubber between the two pieces there. So it's kind of neat. So you can actually send them off. Like if you got a really rare harmonic balancer, you can send them off and they'll rework them like that, and it makes it really nice. But this is an internally balanced engine. I didn't want to leave that out either, and I did keep that in mind. And so everything will be good on that. That's why I got it at the machine shop, so I think we'll be fine. And the only thing that I'm wondering about is the timing marker. So I'm not quite sure how that'll work, but here is the one on here. So there it is right there. So right in the center of the screen right there. So we'll have to verify if that's going to line up. So let's find out real quick. And I don't think it will, because we look on our keyway on this one. That's where our crank is sitting now, and it would be right across. So it might line up. I don't think it will, because that outer ring is bigger in diameter, and this is a smaller balancer. I don't think it's going to line up, but we can overcome that. So we might get lucky on that timing marker. If not, you know, we'll probably just put another timing cover on it, because I don't want to be messing up stuff. And like I always say, if I ever want to go back original, I want to be able to unbolt like that alternator, the alternator brackets and all that. And if I want to put the original generator back on here, I can do it. If I want to put the original points back in it, I could do it. And I'm actually, by the way, really truly considering that, because that distributor works awesome. It does, but it just stands out too much, and it just, you know, I want to do something about that distributor and that air cleaner. I don't like that air cleaner either. I like to find a nice original 4-barrel, the correct air cleaner for this car if I can find them. And they are actually white as well. And I know the previous video we made, the valve covers are white, and I mentioned that, and the air cleaner is white. I left out the air cleaner, forgot about that. But I'd like to do something about that. It kind of looks a little tacky. I don't really like the air cleaner and that distributor, but we'll figure something out. But Now, the thing is, I don't want to be putting a pile of money in it. I'm just trying to get this car where mainly I'm doing this is so that I got a way to get back and forth to work. So I got a second vehicle. That is the 99.9% of doing all this is for that. The other tiny 1% is just to have fun and occasionally go to a car show or something like that. Now, this is no show car. I know that. This is definitely not a show car. For sure. But I build my stuff to drive, enjoy, and build it for me. And it's not for sale. I build this stuff, you know, like I said, not a flipper, build it for me. So that's why I'm doing all this. So I might have to get another time and chain cover and figure out something about it. Yeah, because it's spot welding on. I don't want to mess that up. Yep, sure is. That's alright. We can fix that. Yep, it's spot welded on. So what I'll do is I'll probably get another time chain cover. We'll see if it lines up. I kind of highly doubt it. But if it works, we'll run it, which would be awesome. And then if it doesn't, then that's okay. But another thing too is, see, I don't always leave everything all crusty and rusty and all that. You know, I'm not going to throw that on here like yet. You know, it's just unacceptable. But, see, I take my time to clean stuff up. Is it perfect? No. But I will be replacing that balancer again later. But I've had it for a while, and I paid $30 for it at the machine shop. And the reason why I got it there is because I didn't have a whole lot of money at the time. And, you know, you got to make the best out of it. But I will be ordering a new one. And honestly, I bought it for mock-up purposes only. I think I've showed that in the video. I can't remember. I don't think I did. But some of my videos don't ever make it up to YouTube, by the way. I try to post everything, but I still got hours and hours and hours of videos that I make. And a lot of them I just don't post, because some of it's just, you know, all over the place. I'll just say that. And some of it's just, just don't like how they turned out. But so I got a pile of videos I haven't even posted yet. And some of them are like quite a few years old, and some of them are, you know, only a day or two old. You know, I make videos all the time. But I can't remember on that. I might have made a video, I don't know. But trying to clean this water pump up. I did start cleaning up a little bit. I want to get all this goofiness off of it, the red paint and everything. Yeah, I was going to paint this motor Ford red and all that crazy stuff, and I'm glad I didn't do that. So that's why it's Ford red underneath there. So we're going to clean all that up and get all the goofiness out of it, and get some of this goofiness out of it too, and start tightening this thing up a little bit. But I'm figuring to make a video, not a whole lot to show. But if you're wondering, if you're watching the video, why I had to do all this, why I had to swap the balancer out and all this, it's not a big deal. It's not. You know, I know a lot of people watch the video, they're, oh no, I gotta do this. I gotta change all this just to, you know, put an alternator bracket on just to get the correct clearance. I gotta change the balancer. I gotta buy the brackets, the alternator. I gotta change the time cover, blah, 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 blah. It's not that big a deal, folks. It's not. I mean, these parts are very easily to get. You know, they're not hard to find at all, and they're easy to obtain. That's what I was looking for. I don't know why I say easily, but they're easy to obtain. And you know, all this is a Ford FE. I mean, look at the cylinder head there. So, you know, you can get just about anything for this thing. And the secret to these cars, like I've said, is a 69 Mustang that gets you the correct water pump, the correct master cylinder, and, I mean, gets you the correct fuel pump as well. And that's the secret to a lot of it. So, but I'm going to probably I'm going to pull this water pump. I know I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to pull the time chain cover off of it. I got it broke down this far. And I got to figure out about this sleeve down here. I might have to order that. And by the way, you do have to knock out this key out to get this sleeve to come off. So I was kind of in a hurry. I had to hurry up and get to work, but I gotta knock that little key out. And something too, do not, let's get this to focus here a little bit. There we go. And a little better. Do not lose that little keyway down there. There we go. Do not lose that. But yeah, you will have to knock that out in order to get this to slide off. And the nice thing about it too is before I slide all this off, I'm going to take and bolt this thing over and get it at TDC on #1 cylinder, which is on this side right here. It's on the passenger side. Just keep that in mind. It's not on the driver's side. It's on the passenger side on this car. But I'm going to get it at top dead center on #1 on the compression stroke before I pull that time cover and all off of it. And I might go ahead and clean the front of this engine up. And so I can clean it up and just paint it. I gotta get a dipstick for it too. If anybody's got a dipstick out there, let me know. I need the correct dipstick for this car. That is got to be done. I mean, we can't run it like that. I mean, I threw a tack weld in it, and that's just this car, you know, is just, it's been hacked and packed, and she needs some love. Definitely does. But I think this motor, before I end the video here, I think this motor's been rebuilt. And I'm 100% sure this is still a numbers matching car. Now, valve covers, I know it's the wrong valve covers, wrong air cleaner, carburetor, intake, blah, 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 blah. But the long block, the intake down, except for the water pump, of course, is all original. And the water pump I pulled off here, I still have. I keep everything I pull off here. And, you know, we don't throw anything away from this car. I still actually have the original washer bag, which I'm going to look into fixing that, putting that back on here too. And I got to look into getting electric wipers. That's something I want to look into. But I keep everything, you know. I don't throw stuff away and just chuck stuff because something's wrong with it or whatever, you know. But I'm going to see if the, well, actually I know, the water pump I pulled off here was not the original one. But something about the snout is different. The length on that snout, or the impeller right here. Some I've seen are longer, some of them are shorter. A 58 water pump is completely different. It's got a longer impeller on it, where this one's a little shorter. So I'm not sure what's going on. And that was the correct harmonic balancer and the correct pulleys I pulled off this car. This car was originally a power steering, well, power assist car. So all that was original. That's the original balancer and everything. So not sure what's going on, why they would switch the water pump like that. So I don't know. But this is, and I did look on this motor here, and I will show this real quick. I'll read it out to you. So I cleaned this up a little bit, and I'm going to go from the right side to the left because it's upside down. I apologize, but it's the way it's made. So first letter is B9. We got, I gotta turn my head. You got B9AE60159. And then we got right above it is 89. What is that? G or either C2. And then we got 22 right above it. And then we got 18 right above it. But B9 right there. The first two letters right there, the center of the screen, that is B and 9. And then you see AE60159. And it is a 9 right there at the end. It's hard to see it, but it is there. But this is indeed a 59 short block. So I'm pretty sure. And look, if you look at them core plugs, they're definitely not original. I mean, look like it's got Dorman right in them, but they're definitely not original. So I'm not sure if they just put core plugs in it. Yep, there's Dorman. Yep. It's Dorman. So I'm not sure if this motor's been rebuilt or if they just threw core plugs in it and called it good. So I'm not 100% on that. But if I had to guess, it might have been a part It might. But I know the motor mounts, you know, they got one bolt on this side. It's not even tightened all the way down. So, you know, it, like I said, you know, I won't get into it. But if you're new to watching this, is the fella I got this car from. He's a good fella, but, you know, I don't know everything either. But a lot of stuff's common sense. And, you know, I'm not blaming it all on him. I'm not. But I think he had a couple people that were trying to helping a buddy there. And, you know, they didn't really know what they were doing. So a lot of the stuff was just hacked and packed and everything else. So I'm trying to straighten it out. And so I'm just kind of wondering on that. It might have been rebuilt. That would be awesome if it was. Then that means it might have hardened seats in it if they did it right. So it's hard to tell. But all right, I'm ending the video here. It's starting to rain on me here. And I got to go make a 57 Plymouth video. And, that's what I was going to say. This is a series inside of one channel. So we got different series of videos on just one channel. Notice that. And a lot of YouTube channels have, you know, 2 to 3 different channels and it's the same user. Well, me, I do the complete opposite of that. I make it easy on y'all. And I actually want to add too, I made a playlist for y'all too. I took the time and y'all should see it and be able to click on it. But I made a 57 Plymouth playlist from start to beginning, and I will keep adding on as the videos progress. And I made a Edsel Archive playlist as well. And then we also have the new one too, the 59 Biscayne playlist. So y'all can click on them. Y'all don't have to actually scroll through all my videos like that just to find specifically Edsel videos if you know you want to watch Edsel stuff, or if you want to watch 57 Plymouth stuff. You can just go straight to that, and everything I've made on 57 Plymouths, which is not a whole lot so far, but it's a little chunk. But I put it on that playlist and keep it updated every time I upload a video. That way y'all can go straight to that. You don't have to, you know, scroll through, you know, a couple hundred videos. I think we got almost 800 videos on this channel so far, and I try to make it a lot easier on y'all, so y'all can go to that, or if you want to watch them all, that's fine too. That's awesome. But figure I'd help y'all out a little bit. And you know, like I said, it's a series into one channel. We got different series of projects all into one channel, and everything's got a different story. So anyway, I will see y'all later. Bye.